Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am your Ice Dragon Rayrun VR, and today we kind of got a very interesting out of nowhere announcement. Scale Trains yet again acquires another model railroading company. This time it is Exactrail. Just announced a few hours ago, Scale Trains has acquired Exactrail. They're getting their HO, NN freight cars and bridges, doubling their freight car offerings. The owner basically was saying it was hard to believe that's 15 years since they've entered the model railroading community with Exactrail, and over the years we bought new products, new online resources, and had a great time doing it with amazing friends. Now it's time to come and pass that baton to our friends at Scale Trains who share the same passion for the hobby that I do. Shane Wilson, Scale Trains president, added, "We are thankful for the opportunity to continue the legacy John and the team at Exactrail have created by continuing to offer their outstanding line of models." Now, this is very interesting because when it comes to this type of stuff, it was literally 1 month ago that Train Life was closing, and there was a lot of speculation saying that, well, does this mean that Scale Trains is buying the Exactrail? And they did a lot of damage control on their social media platform, saying that, no, we're not, we're going to stay as is. Scale Trains is not buying this. They were only going to buy the layout and put over at the Tennessee headquarters. You guys can check out this video about Train Life that it was closing. And now, literally 1 month later, we've got the announcement that Scale Trains is actually now buying them. And I tell you what, I think this is the first announcement I'm not kind of happy about. And it's for a few reasons. So, Exactrail, I just discovered them recently. I bought a few of their depressed flat cars. And to be honest, it was a great value. It came with KD couplers, metal wheels, and so forth. I understand Scale Trains is going to try to continue on with their line as far as the framing of the model and so forth, but they're going to tool it to Scale Trains specifications, and they have their own couplers, and I'm not a fan of them. And it's like, great, now I'm going to have to continue to, if I continue with Exactrail, two things are going to happen. One, I don't think Scale Trains is going to keep that affordable price for their stock that Exactrail had. I think they're going to bring it up to higher standards and a higher price value, because if you've seen from all the other offerings from Scale Trains, it's a little bit more expensive, especially when you get into the more detailed, rivet counterline and so forth. And so I'm a little bit concerned about that. And then the second thing is, great, now I got to buy more kitty couplers, because I guarantee you when they start pumping out this exact rail tooling and so forth, that they're going to come with their own Scale Trains and not kitty couplers. So that's kind of an issue. But the other issue that I'm really concerned about, and it kind of highlights here from Scale Trains, is that, we're excited about the future of the hobby. As Shane said, he continued, we are growing our product line coupled with the addition of MTH, HO, and S products from Fox Valley Models. And now Exactrail continues our mission for high quality models, trains for every skill level and budget. The budget, again, I think is questionable, but I think my biggest concern with this acquisition is that I think Scale Trains is getting a little too big for their own capabilities, because I ended up researching this, like, when did Scale Trains buy MTH? And MTH tooling, as far as the HO side, was bought back in January of 2021. That is 2 years ago that Scale Trains acquired MTH, and we have still yet to see some of their products when it comes to that. Now, I understand, from my Scale Trains Roadshow video, Shane kind of addressed some of these concerns that, they had tooling issues. The side rods, when it comes to steam engines, had to get completely retooled and off the ground. But yet, it has taken them a while to roll out those MT8 acquisitions, whereas, we see Atlas on the O-scale side starting to produce their Premier line from the XMTH tooling. And then now, they're acquiring Exactrail. How long is this going to take for them to start, pumping out the Exactrail tooling as well? So I'm a little bit concerned on how the manufacturing process behind the scenes is going to adapt and flex to get these out to the marketplace. And so, if my recommendation is continue to buy the Exactrail products that are still there, but I'm afraid that once that stock goes out, it's going to take a while before we see them back into the marketplace. And, it's going to be with those Scale Trains couplers and at the price that, Scale Train sees fit. I would definitely think that they're going to raise those prices. But again, it's taken them some time to get those products out. Even with Fox Valley models, they have acquisition to the Hiawatha, to that seam set that the Fox Valley came out with. Is like, that's something that I want to try. I'm probably wanting to get another run and shot at the Hiawatha set that they came out with. But again, it could be years before we see any of this happen. And now with the acquisition with Exactrails, how long is this going to derail the process and the design and development? Because they're going to have to potentially hire more employees to handle this bigger acquisition. I know they're moving to Tennessee right now, so I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's just that time is ticking on that market share when it comes to all of these things that they are acquiring. And there's no doubt the competition is definitely taking notice, because we talk about, especially on this channel, I really focus heavily on that GS4 Southern Pacific locomotive, because it is definitely one of those that I've seen that everyone's been hyped about. Just looking at all the social media platforms and so forth, it is definitely one of the more highly anticipated. And everyone's been asking Scale Trains, when are you going to start bringing out those toolings from MTH? And at best, they really don't know. They're trying to do their J class first, because from their perspective, it was probably the more higher demand. And so I'm concerned. I'm really, really starting to get concerned with all these acquisitions, that Scale Trains just needs to focus on what they have currently, and then get those products out, so that way, doubters like me, because I will admit, I'm starting to doubt if they're going to get these out within a couple years when it comes to their MTH and Fox Valley products. And so, and then we continue to see time and time again that they're putting a lot of pressure on themselves. And so with their manufacturing defects, we're starting to see a lot of these products go on sale as well. So it's like, okay, Scale Trains, we understand you're making mistakes. We understand we're trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that there is some manufacturing delays when it comes to these products. But it's like other competitors are building the models that you have. Like, if you want to stay relevant, you got to really start showing what you're doing and communicating more. And I think that's another problem that Scale Trains has, is that they're not really communicating to the best ability, especially on social media. Now, I understand that they're doing their road shows, but I don't think it's enough, because we're starting to see Walthers, we're starting to see Atherin do like their weekly product updates. Scale Trains, I think, is slowly starting to do that with their Facebook posts and YouTube channels, but they need to do a lot more to convince the public that, hey, we're going to come out with these lines, and get excited for them. I just, all I see is buy up, buy up, buy up. Where is the product? Because eventually those other companies are going to take notice, and they're going to take that market share. Because for example, me personally, that GS4 SP, I was waiting for Scale Trains to announce them, so that way I can, do a pre-order and so forth. And then, here is the shiny GS4 with the prototypical or Proto Sound 4 decoders. And I tell you what, I'm excited for those, and we'll see what happens. So I don't know. Scale Trains, you're concerning me a lot with all this, so we'll see what happens. Again, I am cautiously optimistic, but it's just going to get to the point that other competitors are going to have the stuff that I need, and I'm just going to head in that direction. So, but well, we'll see what happens. So, with the guys, what do you guys think about this acquisition? Do you think Scale Trains is trying to do too much, or is it going to be good quality? I don't know. But with the guys, that's enough for my rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.